You keep them coming. We know a lot about turning nothing to something. We doing big.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers.
To kick off for the Vikings.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
That's the man from Oregon. This is Jordan James. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Dallas Turner on the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's a throw by Rourke. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Vikings have the takeaway. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football. The offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead is James. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rourke. That's Dawes open left side. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
15 yards.
15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Niners first down.
10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Off the bootleg, it's Rourke. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Rourke. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Here's James. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
One more time with James. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hawk 70, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
To the air, it's Rourke. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now.
29-yard attempt.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Niners are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
To the right side and incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
3rd down and 3.
Trap 60, trap 60. Mike, Dragon 60.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. This one complete to Atwell. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
They're on the 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with James. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. I have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. To throw is Work. They set up the screen to James. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Work will throw on 2nd down. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
3rd and 2, and here is Work. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On the ground, it's Jada. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6.
70
Work. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge
Let's go now.
for the remainder of the game.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Take go.
James. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
So these jet sweep plays, we see them so often, both under center, in the shotgun. There's a lot of ways to do it. But there's a little feast or famine element, especially in today's NFL, with the speed of these defensive edge players. So you got to make sure you get the edge accounted for so you can at least avoid these negative plays.
That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Rourke to throw it on 3rd and goal. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on and try a field goal now. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 yards.
16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
A gain of 16
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
3 more yards.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
A gain of 23 yards. And the Vikings
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. His first touchdown of the new campaign. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. The Vikings move out in front by a point. It's 7-6.
49ers 6.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, it is James to start the drive. He'll forward for maybe a yard. Late Hatchman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Here's Rourke. Short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw with Rourke. He's going to send it Downfield for Ayuk. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
A run. And here's Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
On second down, here's McCarthy. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
So after two straight incompletions, here's third and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And the Niners are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made, no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
A run with James. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Made at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
It's a throw by Rourke. He'll get that one to James. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fake the give, and now here's Rourke. Forced out wide to the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go now. 19.
Running here is James. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd down and 8.
Let's go.
They'll stick to the run, and it's James again. And the 49ers are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Robinson. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Drop ball 80.
From the gun, here is Rourke. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Dallas Turner working his way in to earn his 2nd sack of this first half.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
On 3rd and long, here is Rourke. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
This fielded at about the 9. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. On the ground is Mason. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw is McCarthy. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good enough. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again is McCarthy. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll be second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Here's Ryan Rico now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Some nifty running on the return to get some good yardage before he was taken down.
First down at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll run. This is Mason. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. And bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
First down, Vikings.
Now McCarthy. Left side here. Caught by Addison. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
14 more yards.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Athletic training staff looking at him, so will step aside. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's into the hands of Jordan Mason. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check.
Pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
They'll go with James. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Work. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To the air, it's Work. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They're running here with Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Alex Rourke. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
To the air on third down, here's Rourke. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50s. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide, taken in by Pearsall. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And he's not going to make it into the end zone. However, there is a flag down, so let's see what that's all about.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll run on second down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
3rd and 5. They'll put Addison in motion. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. On the run to the right. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Stepping up to throw is McCarthy. Checking it down. This one is caught. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is knocked away downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Fake the give, and now here's Rourke. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Rourke. This one, up top for Dobbs. And he will score. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, San Francisco. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and it's a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Renardo Green there to bring him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Handoff here, up the middle. He's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want his defender return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's second down and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
McCarthy to the air on second down. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 6.
70 Lions.
They keep it on the ground with James. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Work going to throw it here on third down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Cowboy 80. Check go.
A run up the middle with James. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Now Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Turner on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Vikings 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9.
Viking 18.
Now, work. They set up the screen to James. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
We try and run here with James. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, like, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. James trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. And even though it's 2nd down, the field goal unit is coming up. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Niners add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchdown. Start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's all surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation. Like, I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
A run, and here's Mason. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Go.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground. Oh, the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here for Robinson.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11.
Hawk 70.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A tough spot here. Third and long. So a win here for the 49ers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.